Welcome along then everyone to DTR Division 1 round number 4. Today's track is Austria. One of the shortest tracks. Predicted pole time will probably be 104.5, somewhere in that region. So definitely one of the shorter tracks on the calendar, only 10 turns. Does make it the track with the least amount of corners. Who's that coming out all the way at the back there? There's a couple of drivers actually making their way out. That is Jug, however he's going to get jumped by Mamba. It will be Mamba. He will be the first driver out on track. 13 drivers here today. Just going to have a look at the standings, see how everything's going along. So, Division 1 is here. So currently Agent in P1, 43 points. Didn't race last time out in Baku, but P2 and then P1 the first two rounds is strong enough to keep him up there. Second is 10 Cat. With how many points? 31 points. Then comes Tool with only one finish, but that finish being a win with the fastest lap as well. Does mean he's got 26 points. Also on 26 points is Mamba in P4 in the Aston Martin as Jug gets himself ready for his first flying lap. So around the final corner, easy to exceed track limits through here, just to make sure he keeps it within the points where you can exceed track limits, turn 1 included. Very go too deep in here. Down to 5th, but a very good run through there, nice and clean. Mamba not too far off the back of him here. Maybe trying to get a little bit of a toe from Jug. It will be a very distant one though. Well, on that left hand side, short up to 4th. Easy to get on power very early and up through the gears. Braking into the right hander, very difficult corner actually. Downhill. The braking can become very difficult. Struggling on exit as well, a little bit of bump. I mean that your car step out on you now through two long left-handers, very right against the track limits there. 45.1 through the first two sectors, using all the curve on that right-hand side, and then through the final two corners. Very quick through here, easy to make a mistake, but also it's Jug, he's not going to make a mistake. He's going to come across the line. I wanted 4.7. A very strong opening lap here. Mamba behind, didn't complete his lap, so he made a mistake. Asian's going to come across the line now. How is he going to compare to Jug? It's going to be quicker than Jug. Not by much though, both on a 104.7. Only 300s between the two of them. So very competitive start already. Is that Mamba opening his lap now? So exceeding track limits. Very easy to do so, as I said earlier. 2 back to the pits, so he also exceeded track limits. Behind, Tool coming up to the line. We know he's quick. Wherever he goes, and he's going to set a 104.6. A very strong lap here. Donkey Dan at 104.6 as well. So these guys flying in. Stav at 105.4 and Nexton with a 105.2. So my prediction with a 104.5, it's already being beaten. Almost. Only a 10th off, so it might be a little bit lower than I expected. Rancy across the line at 105.1 puts him up into P5, just ahead of Nexton. Nexton's teammate, is that coming across the line? I'm not quite sure. No, Nexton doesn't have a teammate in the race. That is Fox coming across the line to start his lap. Dinks as well starting his lap. Is that the Ferrari of Asian coming into the pits? Yes, it is. Well, so not happy with the second lap either. Struggling to get a lap together so far, but a long session with it being such a short track, you can get so many laps in. We have coming around the final corner then. Two coming into the pits, Dan coming into the pits, Stav coming into the pits, and Nexton also coming into the pits. So a lot of people completing their first runs and finding their way back into the pits. Rancy as well coming into the pits, pulling over to the right hand side. Nice signal And stay within the white lines. Who else have we got behind? Fox, I believe, will be on a lap. Let's go to the left hand side here, which would signify that he is on a lap. Right, put the curb on the left hand side, and we'll do the same through the final corner. Up to the line, what looks like in Fox set. It's going to be a 104.6. 104.629 in the end. So only 8 thousandths quicker than Tool, but that is going to give him provisional pole for the time being. Who was behind him? It was Dinks, who goes into P6 with a 104.8. That's a very quick lap for the time being. Those who the only ones actually out on track, as we do start to see some of the other drivers coming out now. Visible out for the first time. DMC not out yet, still just sitting in the pits for the time being. I presume Fox is going to come into the pits. 1.1 down through the first two sectors. Dinks 1.0 seconds down on his first two sectors. Going forward with Invisible. Corners to open his lap. A little bit too deep through the final corner there, which didn't cost him too much time. Definitely not helpful, as someone goes. Using all the curve on the right hand side there. Is the only proper turn in sector 1. It's right here, and it's going to be a 16.2 for the Haas driver. First lap, third gear. Put power down nice and early. Important to get a very good exit. He's got a nice, not really straight, but decent size straight. You do need to get a lot of speed down, otherwise it's going to cost you time as on the exit. Too much power, I'd said that before. There's a little bit of bump out of that corner and it can cost you. And he's hit that, and he has ended up spinning around. Remember, again, back into another lap. Which means 10 Cat's not on a lap. That is two drivers very close together. That is someone without a wing, actually. That's Asian without a wing. So what's gone on there? I'm not quite sure. Because unless he must have crashed on the exit turn 1. It's the only way that I think he could have done that. Number crossing line start. Another lap, 10 Cat as well. Neither driver setting a lap so far. That's an interesting pit entry from Invisible. Once he not currently on a lap. Stav is on a lap, 2 tenths up through the first two sectors, currently on the 105.4. Break into the 1 minute pause. So he comes up to the line now, and not quite, only by 3 thousandths. 115.003. Puts Stav up into P7. Behind Nexton. He comes around the final corner, really pushing the track limits there, staying within it though. He now sets a 104.8. Just jumping ahead of Dinks there. He's up into P6. Comes back to the line, that's Jug. Who invalidated his lap still. Went on and pushed it. 10.5 improvement. That would have been good enough for provisional pole. So he knows he's got the pace. Maybe just all through the final corner though. As here comes Mamba. Can he set a lap time? Yes, he can. It's going to be a 104.8. Jumps ahead of his teammate by 2 tenths of a second. 10 Cat is going to set a 104.8. 2 thousandths quicker. And then Mamba, he jumps up into P8. As who's this coming around the final corner? That's Tool. Currently starting on 104.6. He's opening his lap. Behind who do we have? Rancy. 4 tenths of improvement. 3.5 in the end. 104.7. Up to P6. As Dinks now crosses the line to open his lap. Nexton coming into the pits. And Choke will follow suit. So anyone on a lap thinks, I would say it seems to be Tim Cat. I don't think is. Who's that? Who's his teammate? Dan. Is he on a lap? No, he's on an out lap. About to start his lap now. Tool. Found a 10.5 improvement. This could be a very strong lap here. This could be my prediction, and it's not quite going to. Just a little bit of time through the final sector there. It's still good enough for provisional pole. I wanted 4.5 the first driver to get into that time zone. So a very strong lap, but I'm sure he'll just keep finding more and more improvement. Agent across the line to start his lap. Fox as well, invisible on his outlap. So who do we have on a lap? Dan has validated. Tool has just set his lap. So Dinks is going to be... No, he's not going to be the next driver. He just finished the lap. He's not got much ERS left, so I don't think he's going to find any improvement. So who do we have on the lap? Agent, I presume. Seems to be pushing the car. Nice and tight to that right hand side. On the left there, running it nice and wide. Not too wide though. I think half improvement. Pushing for that limits there. Just about keeping it within. It's a good lap from the Ferrari driver. It could be challenging Tool's provisional pole time at the moment. He's looking to get into the .5s. He needs to find a 10.5 improvement. He's going to find 2.5 tenths of improvement though. A 104.4. And Fox is going to beat it straight away though. A 104.446 for Fox. As soon as Asian got it, Fox is going to beat it by 16 thousandths of a second. Fox takes that provisional pole. Asian will take P2. And Tool drops down to P3. Have I been missing other people crossing the line? I think Invisible just crossed the line with his first lap at 105.5. I believe, apart from that, that was everyone. So who's coming around the final corners now? Stav opening his lap. Who else do we have out here? Dan. Opening his lap. Nope, he's coming into the pits. 5 minutes to go in the qualifying session. Fox leading the way. Both those drivers with a 104.4. Then Tool with a 104.5. Fox coming into the pits. Jug setting up for a fast lap. Currently down in P5. 104.7. He's definitely going to wants to be challenging for the pole. See if I can find the corner now. Invisible on the improvement. He's going to jump into the pits. Stav currently a 10th up. Looking to get into the 104s. Middle sector. 2.5 improvement. That will certainly do. Currently just over a tenth behind his teammate. Sure, he's going to beat him. On a lap. Jug, I believe, has made a mistake. Turn 2. Stav comes up to the line, and he's going to go into the 104. The 104.7. We'll put him up into P6, just behind Jug, who I noticed causing yellow flag, so I must have made a mistake at the top of the hill. No, the driver's currently on a lap. Is going to start another lap here. Only 3 minutes to go, so he's not going to have much time at all. So we could be seeing the final lap of Jug here. Definitely an important one as through the first sector goes. He's already got a 10 on his first sector alone, which is only one corner. So it's a good start to the lap for him. On that left hand side, which is up to 5th, and it's sure he didn't lose it. A little bit wide of the apex through there. He's going to try to limit 3/10 of improvement though here for Jug. I told you if he's fighting up there, he's certainly got the time to. 3/10 improvement will put him in the point fours. And he could be fighting for pole here if he can have a good final two corners. He comes out the final corner now. Can Jug get provisional pole here? Yes, he can. A low 104.4. And Jug is going to take provisional pole by 0.04 of a second. Jug leads Fox. But that could be his qualifying over. And everyone else is still to go. So we'll see what the other drivers can do. Dinks will be the next one to cross the line, I believe, and start his lap. Cat, I think, was on a lap. Actually improved in his first sector. Which is interesting. Dan opens his lap. Agent opens his lap. Jug, obviously not on a lap. Mamba opening his. Cat. Is he on a lap? No, he's not. So it is going to be Dinks. 100th of improvement through the first sector. He's going to get a nice tow here from one of the Haas drivers there. Which is definitely going to benefit his lap. Even if it's only by a little bit. It's going to matter a lot. As you can tell, he's only 4 thousandths ahead of the Cat. So definitely all the time he can gain, he's going to want. Through the end of the middle sector he goes. 0.139 is the time gained. Sole Red Bull driver, so he's going to want to fight in some time. And there you go, Jug his qualifying is over. He retires. Dinks will be the first driver to cross the line. What lap is he going to set though? And it's going to be a 104.747. P6 for Dinks. Invisible across the line. I don't think he's improved. Dan crossed the line. He's not improved. And Agent's into the pits, so he can't improve either. As who's crossing the line now? Sorry, Invisible now just crossing the line. It was Tool who's going on to his final run. Stav will be the next driver to cross the line. He's opening his lap though. Mamba's on a lap, up to P4, 104.579. He jumps ahead of Tool, up into P4. Behind Fox has started his final lap. Rancy coming up to the line, he's starting his lap as well. Cat up to the line, can he improve? Yes he can. A 104.632 puts him up into P6. Nexton across the line can find a little bit of improvement, up to P9 for him. As we just have a little bit of a break here. DMC not actually setting a lap. Asian can't improve. Jug can't improve. Fox can. Mamba can't. So it's going to be Tool. Can he find any improvement? Right up to the track limits. On the exit of the corner. Yes he can. Of course he can. It's a 104.3. Dan's going to set a 104.3 as well. Only good enough for P2 though. As who else have we got coming across the line? Dinks retires from the session. He's not going to improve. Stav has found a 10th through the first two sectors. Currently on a 104.7. What time can he get up to? It's only a 104.7. No improvement of position. As he is not able to find enough time. Mamba's not going to improve. His session is over. Fox is into the pits. He can't improve. Rancy's not going to improve either. He's run out of fuel. So who else is going to improve? Nexton's in the pits. He's not going to improve. Cat's into the pits as well. And Invisible's into the pits. So a lot of drivers making mistakes right at the end there. But not Tool or Dan. Tool gets a 104.303. And Dan gets a 104.362. Tool is your driver starting at the front for the race. So there you have it. Tool will start on pole. 104.303. 58 thousandths ahead of Dan with a 104.361. Jug will take P3. Fox P4. Agent P5. Mamba P6, Tenkat P7, Dinks P8, next one P9, Stav P10, Rancy P11, Invisible P12, and DMC not setting a lap time will start down in P13. Just the track looking a little bit overcast, so are we going to see any rain? Could be interesting. I didn't mean to click that. Obviously we saw rain in Div 2, though it was at the start of the race, so maybe we're going to see some rain towards the end of the race. Be interesting to see. So we get underway for the formation lap. You need to enable the tyres that everyone has gone for, so it's mediums for Tool, Dan, Jug, Fox and Asian. Then Mamba on the hards, Tenkat on the mediums, Dinks, Nexton on the hards, Stav on the mediums, Rancy on the hards, who struggled to get off the line. For whatever reason, Invisible on mediums and DMC on the hard tyres. Once he tries to catch back up to the rest of the group. Quite sure what happened with him there. Predicted strategy is just a medium to hard or a hard to medium. I'm going to get the database up to see how long the tyres are predicted to last. It will be 14. So obviously the C5, C4s and C3s in use around here. Predicted the softs 11 laps, mediums 20 laps, and then the hards 27. So hard soft is possible, but that is right on the limit of the tyre wear. Although you would expect there to be a safety car. Obviously, there is a little bit of runoff area. It'll be interesting to see as everyone very close together here, parking up on the grid. Good to see. Oh, Jug got to ruin it, didn't he? Jug gets disqualified for parking in the wrong place. We look to get underway here for the Austrian Grand Prix, and we are underway. Who's going to have the better start off the line? Tool with a good enough start. Dan's going to maybe try and hold it into turn one. No, he's not. He's going to have to stick it around the outside. Tool defends the inside line, but it's still going to be side by side. Dan on the outside line, but Tool gets a good enough exit. He's going to hold on to P1. Jug down in P3. Who's fighting behind? Dinks and Fox going side by side into turn 2 as he goes all into the back of Jug. Jug just about managing to catch that in the end. Breaking it a little bit too late as they tried fighting for position. Everyone, for the majority, keeping it clean. Asian now going side by side with Jug into the braking zone. Can he try and go all the way around the outside? Jug not leaving much room. Just about enough though. Asian's going to try and hold it on the inside line through the fast left-hander. He's going to back out there. Neither of them obviously. And still they're going to go side by side. And surely one of them's going to concede sometime soon. Invisible's around in the background. middle of the two left-handers. Jug now with the inside line. And still Asia's going to hold it on. He gets forced wide though from Jug. And Jug's going to spin around. So Jug's around. Oh, there's chaos. Oh, that's a lot of chaos here at the final corner. What's gone on there? Jug spun around, and it's Rancy and 10Cat who have DNF'd. Neither of those two involved whatsoever. Asian got forced wide by Jug. He ended up going wide, and I think he still, I think he caught it in the end. Him still being in P4. Jug, it was Jug who went around though, and everyone obviously. It's a quick corner through there. There's nothing the drivers could do. They just went straight into each other, and in the end, Rancy and 10Cat are out of the race. Black Mamba with no front wing, Jug with no front wing. Who else? Invisible spun around on his own, and Stav getting away without front wing damage. So full course safety car. Are we going to see anyone come to the pits for an early pit stop? There we are. Fox is going to come into the pits. That's not very front wing damage. So he's just going to gamble for an early stop here. Black Mamba coming into the pits to fix his wing. Jug as well. Stav coming in as well. He's got no positions to lose, although he does have a couple to gain. So what tyres? Oh, okay. We're going for intermediates. Okay, it's getting wet. It's going to rain. It is going to rain in this race. Mamba, he's not gone for inters, and he's going to hold his teammate up as well. Everyone who's come in has put on the intermediate tyres. That's Fox, DMC, and Jug. Stav, what tyres is it for him? It's inters for him. So Mamba, he's still out there on the medium tyres. So when is this rain going to hit? That's going to be interesting to see. For those on inters, if it doesn't hit soon, then they're really going to burn their tyres out. Does my database say how long inters last? No. It says how long the wets last. Unless it does it? There's a H and an I. So whether that's inters last the same amount of time as cards, I don't actually quite know. It's always possible. If it is, and I never knew that. Which would be 27 laps, so with 33 laps to go, these cars aren't going to make it to the end, and it's raining. It is 100% raining. Invisibles into the pits. DMC's into the pits on the inters. He's got no wing, so he's lost his wing somewhere. There, Invisibles coming to the pits, but it's raining, and still a lot of the drivers are staying out there. Which I'm quite surprised at. Surely it'd be the safer option to come into the pits. Why have you got the chance? Because otherwise, you may be quicker originally. It's not raining on Mamba's camera here. It's raining on Fox's camera. I cannot see any rain on Mamba's. Oh, there you go. I can see rain on Mamba's camera. So it is certainly raining, and with the safety car coming in this lap or next lap, I'm not quite sure. It will be this lap, so this is going to be interesting. Can the medium tyre runners, and hard tyre runners, and excellent dinks on the hards, can they get away with enough of a gap? Tool is probably going to want to go as soon as possible here to get the use of the dry track. Go too early though. We've seen penalties being given out for going too early on the restart. It's very easy to do though. Safety car is now pulling into the pits. When is Tool gonna go? I would expect it to be very soon, as he's trying to get temperature in his rears. And we have restarted. and it's wet, and Dan's almost lost it straight away. It's definitely a wet track. Is it wet enough though? As Dan is struggling for grip, Dinks isn't close enough for a move. Is Mamba going to be close enough for a move, or are the Inters going to be working? Nexton's going slow. He's made a mistake. Fox is up to P5. Dinks is up to P4. So on those intermediate tyres, they're working for the time being. Nexton thought about going for a move all the way around the outside of Fox, but the Inters seem to be working well enough as Dinks now with a mistake. And these intermediate tyres are working well enough to stay with the drivers ahead. So was it the right idea to box? The pace advantage seems to be with the slick tyre runners, as now Stav gets past on Nexton. It's definitely the crossover point. And so coming in for the intermediate tyres definitely was the better choice. So are we going to see these guys coming into the pits? Yes, we are. So everyone else is going to be making their way into the pits. And Fox is going to take the lead of this race. It's Nexton dropping down to the back, putting into the pits. So Mamba's going to just try and chance it, stay out there. He's going to currently hold up his teammate though. I would expect him to get out of the way. Oh, is this that 3 wide? That was almost 3 wide then. DMC, Jug and Invisible. It's Invisible on the inside line. All of a sudden slamming the brakes on. Doesn't want to go side by side. So Jug up into P5 right behind his teammate. I would expect to see some teamwork between these drivers. Mamba is going to pull out the way. Pull out the way, but lift off to let Stav through. DMC is not letting Jug through though. Sorry, they are the same tyres, aren't they? So possibly no point in doing that at the time being. And on those medium tyres, just isn't going to work for him here. Unless he can find a way to rate for the full wet time period. He's going to get warnings as well here. You can see he's pulling over to the right hand side. He's coming into the pits here. Be careful, don't go into him. That was almost track limits for Drug. It could have been a warning as he tries to avoid Mamba coming into the pits. Mamba could be going to the back of the grid here, staying out a little bit too long. It seemed close between some of these drivers. Mamba is going to come out right with Nexton here. Nexton with the better run, I would predict to get the move. Mamba's going to possibly try and fight it here, but he's going to be on cold tyres, so it's going to be difficult to stop. Does a good job. Nexton just slightly knocking the back of Mamba's car, nothing too major though. Now Jug right on the back of his teammate here. Corner. He has to get the move on his teammate there. Burning the RS. Is he close enough to go for a move though? Not quite yet. He's still going to have to sit behind for the time being. Here for a move either. He's going to sit behind. Is Agent close enough to the back? Oh, Dan, not quite close enough. 5 tenths away. So Fox leading the way. The Stav. The right strategy call in the end. Oh, we saw it last night as well. Strategy played a massive factor into the result of the race. There were not many safety cars towards the end. Obviously that race did go from wet to dry, and this one's going from dry to wet, so possibility that it changes Jug. Going to be close enough for a move here. Stav maybe getting close onto the back of Fox here, thinking about a move. So that could be interesting. Ooh, braking late. He's got to slam the brakes on then to not go to the back of his teammate. Managed to avoid doing so, however. Pushing time on exit as Mamba is going to pick up a 3-second time. See, I saw him get at least one warning when he was on the dry tyres on the wet track. Posing for a move here. I think he is. He's not, so this wet weather with no DRS, they're sort of neutralising the grid. They seem to be struggling to get some moves unless they have a massive pace advantage to the driver ahead of you, and obviously, with it being Division 1, there's really not much pace difference between any of these guys. So it's not easy to make a move, so track position is very important around here. These two, 3 seconds off the back of Stav. Might be coming onto the radio soon. He's going to be my teammate is out in front. Stav with a coachable move on Fox. I can only presume that's a mistake from Fox. Stav so much more of an overspeed there, but Stav's going to take the lead of the race on lap number 10, and he's already got an 8/10 gap as well. What happened there though, I'm not quite sure. As by now Agent is going to go down the inside, and Dan and Dave side by side on exit. So who's going to have the more straight line speed? Dan's burning his ERS, Agent isn't. Now he is, as he's trying to hold the inside line. It's late on the brakes from Agent. Dan's going to see it coming. There's a little bit of wheel banging on exit. Nothing too major though. Now that's something major, as Agent's now on the gravel. Dan just about survives. No spinning in the end. The contact as they came back down the hill. In the end, Agent's only going to lose a position and a little bit of time. Dan losing a little bit of time as well, but no mass amount of time lost. See him pushing on exit, losing the back end a little bit. He might be pushing here. Actually, he's not burning his ERS though. He's not confident enough, again having to lock the tyres up. Very quickly catches the back of his teammate under braking. Stay back of him though. Still sitting behind though, as they are starting to catch back up to Fox. So Fox with not amazing pace here. Quite sure why. He's lost the second gap to Stav, and he's also losing time to the two Mercedes behind him. As the pace of Tool, he's really catching up to his teammate here. Now down to 2.5 seconds. So Tool with very good pace at the moment. The fastest lap will be coming in. That window's going to have already gone, so who's going to get the bonus points? Tool will be getting the bonus point after all of this. Oh, it's a mistake from Dinks. Agent with a very good opportunity here, and this could be a comfortable overtake. He's going to retake P8. Mistake from Dinks on exit, costing him a lot of time and the position. He now gets demoted down to P9. Let's get some helicopter shots, because why not? Although I have now lost at where I am. That's Stav in the lead. Currently leading Fox down in P2. Happening about 2 laps to go. Then come the two Mercedes of DMC and Jug. Jug still behind. He wants to get this move done as soon as possible. Oh, nice scenery. Oh, never mind, back to the racing. Really pushing the track limits there as he's trying to find all the time you can get. He seems a little bit further back this time than he has been on previous laps. So he's going to struggle to get a move. Let's throw a hop back on and see that I've missed a lot of overtakes at all. He's already on the back of his teammate here. But Invisible does actually make a mistake, and I don't think he's going to make it too difficult for his teammate here. He's not burning DRS. Or is he going to make it difficult for his teammate? It's going to be interesting. No, he's not. So, team orders as Gunter will be happy. As Tool moves up into P5, and he will now give chase over the guys ahead. I think that's just a nice thank you to his teammate as he weaves across the track. And hopefully nothing dangerous. Dan feeling the need to defend it. Asian trying to go for a move. Good defensive positioning from Dan though. I think he can do just, yeah, obviously Agent, the leader of Division 1 at the moment. Dan currently in P2, I think. So this, if they were to finish where they were, it would definitely tighten things up for the standings. It's very interesting. Been gradually losing time to Tool. The fighting these guys have been doing probably doesn't help either. He's going to absolutely send it down the inside into the hairpin. He's going to go way too deep though. And Dan's going to drop down 2 positions down to P9. Dinks is going to say thank you very much. I'll take P8. And I might even take P7 here. See you later, braking. Dinks obviously on the inside line. Leaving each other enough room though. And Asian with that outside line, he's going to get more grip. And so Asian up into P7. Possibly not the cleanest of moves, but it's definitely a lunge down the inside, forcing Dan to go wide. It's actually a snap on exit from Asian there. Oh, Dinks! What a catch though. He finally gets his position up, then he makes another mistake, and he's dropped down to P9. Yeah, good catch though from him. He's still struggling with the car, trying to keep it together. Asian now up into P7. He's now pulling away now. Jug sensing an opportunity here. Is he going to do what Asian did not too long ago? Right, we're just going to have to sit behind. It's a good exit here though. He's going to have a snap though. He's not going to be able to get the move just yet. It's not as if he's been saving ERS either. He's possibly got the lowest out of everyone here. She won't be happy to see. Although we obviously won't be able to see that. We might have just heard me saying it. Dinks now on the back of Dan here. Showing very strong pace in qualifying. But in the wet, it doesn't quite seem to be with him. Maybe he set more of a dry setup and now he's starting to struggle. I'm just watching that Jug gap. Coming down quite a lot. Only 3/10 on exit. Going to be catching as Dinks retires from the race on the right hand side where he almost spun. And up a go, managed to get a very good catch. He couldn't catch this one though. And we're going to see the second safety car of the race. And Dan is into the pits, so crucial for these three. Perfect timing for them. And I presume another set of inters? Another set of inters, it will be. No full wet tyres for anyone? No full wet tyres, so everyone making their stops. Obviously it's not mandatory. With the state of those tyres, it sort of is mandatory, otherwise the tyre is just going to blow up at the end of the race. Yes, it's a bit important here. With the Delta, can Dan gain any positions? Because I can only presume that the top 7 are all going to come into the pits as well. It would only make sense. And I would be wrong. course I would. Only 20 laps to go. I would have expected to have seen more in. Jog I can understand because his teammate is right behind him. Sorry, just ahead of him. So he would have been held in the pits. As DMC has gone into the slick tyres. Interesting. I mean, they'll obviously have more information than me. As Jug's doing a very good overtake there, double overtake, unfortunately for him, and a safety car. So DMC, he's gone bold here. It doesn't seem to be raining that much, so I think it is going to dry out, which would possibly be why the top four all stayed out. But this early? I mean, it worked before in the first safety car, but we're already starting to see drops. Yes, it's drying out, but it's really got to dry out for that. This will be interesting to see if those medium tyres actually work. When we restart, you can see tools on the back of him. And this is just under safety car. Coming back into the pits is DMC, so they realise that strategy isn't going to work. Unfortunately for him, he's right at the back of the grid now. DMC being quite far behind here. Safety car going to be staying out an extra lap. I'm not quite sure who it's helpful for. Probably the four up front. And the used tyres. Before. Here we go, safety car in this lap. So will be the one controlling the pace from here on. or at least to the line. Not possibly for the rest of the race, but we'll have to wait and see. It's underway already, so early restart. Stuff really catching Fox 2 off guard. There is Invisible. No 3 seconds time, but he's up here. I thought there was someone sliding around through the final corner. Fox has made a mistake though and jugged straight up into P2. And Tool has been let go once again by his teammate. So a good teamwork between them there, but it's not going to be a good exit from him at all. Took too much of a narrow line and he's going to concede 2 more positions as well as his teammate. Drop straight down. It's P7 down almost into the back of Asian there. Yeah, manages to keep it just about intact. Now, Tool and Fox going side by side. Tool with the inside line. He's going to get the move. Now, Asian's going to get past Fox as well. So, Asian saying to Tool, whatever you do, I'll just follow you through and do it as well. Yeah, so Fox down to P5 and Invisible down to P7. So these pressure intermediate tyres are certainly working. And maybe the next one to try and get the middle. Fox is a little bit deep through there. Yeah. Down. Up to turn 1, he's going to try and go for a move. Fox squeezing him a little bit to the inside line. Dan in the end is going to back out of it. Doesn't get a good enough exit though, really, to challenge him. There's Mamba up into P7 ahead of Invisible there. Not really close enough to go for a move into turn 2. Turn 3, I can't remember which one's which. Cool. He's definitely going to look for a move here. Not quite close enough just yet though. He'll sit behind. P3 as here comes Dan trying to go all the way around the outside of Fox. He's going to try and hold it in. A little bit of snap from Fox is just going to invite Dan back to the inside line. Fox again squeezing him to the inside line. A little bit of contact and Fox is pushed wide and he's going to have a snap and he's going to spin around. And a little bit of front wing damage. Flies off. I think it was just Fox in the end. Yeah, missing his front left end plate. Fox got pushed a little bit wide there from Dan. Spun around, made contact with Mamba's car. Mamba lucky to get away without any wing damage as Jug picks up a 3-second time penalty. It's going to be very costly at the end of the race. 14 laps to go. There's a very good run through turn 1 there from Jug. Next turn gets the move on Invisible. Fox makes a mistake. And just when Jug once again, I think it's the second time now Jug is about to get a move. And we have another safety car here. And now are we going to see some more drivers coming into the pits for dry tyres? We saw DMC try it. Ian reversed his decision very quickly. It does seem to be getting a lot drier. But is it dry enough? Fox actually with no front wing now. So he's going to need to come into the pits anyway. See any of these guys coming in for slick tyres or just coming in for their normal pit stops anyway. Stuff coming in. Everybody coming into the pits, so still too wet. Not for Invisible. He's coming into the pits. It should just be for an intermediate swap. Fox obviously knew was going into the pit for a front wing change. This just could be for an intermediate swap. 18 lap old tyres. He needed to do it anyway. That was probably a decent opportunity to do it. Into the pits. And it's going to be the intermediate tyres on Invisible car. And it's going to be the intermediate tyres for Fox as well. So no one trying out the slick tyres. Safety car will be in at the end of this lap. It's certainly still raining, which is going to be quite annoying, possibly for the front two, because it's a long stint on those tyres. I mean, currently, I'd be saying Tool's the favourite to win. Jug obviously on the old tyres and with that 3-second time penalty, and Stab on those old tyres. Could be possible. With the possibility of it going dry, and Stab is going to go once again on entry to the penultimate corner. A mistake from Jug, he's going to exceed track limits as well, I think, there. Until with a very good opportunity, Stab trying to get temperature into his tyre. Fox already moving up into P9 ahead of Invisibles. He makes a mistake at the final corner. Look at the run though from Tool out of turn 1, already alongside Jug. Jug forcing him the long way around. It all depends on the braking zone here. Tool is going to be later braking, and Jug in the end I think is just going to let him go. Agent now trying to go around the outside. He's going to get forced onto the curb though, which means Dan's just going to go down the inside and get the move on him. So Tool up to P2, Jug down to P3, Dan up to P4, and Agent down to P5. He's going to send it down the inside of Dan, and he's going to get the move. A little bit of contact there. Quite a fast send from Agent. He's going to get the move done. Almost going into the back of Agent there. They keep fighting for position. Tool, he's right on the back of the Stab here. I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter of when. He's going to get the move here. This is the pace difference on those tyres. 14 lap pressure tyres. That's going to be conserving them, trying to get them to the end of the race possibly. And Tool just going to be saying, nah, hot laps. He doesn't need to think about conservation. He just wants to send it. Asian with a good opportunity here. They're taking P3. First of all, we're staying on board with Tool. Stab feeling the need to defend there. Doesn't want to be moved as Agent down the inside of Jug. Agent gets the move up into P3. Is Dan going to maybe set up an opportunity as well? Agent once again sending it down the inside. As here comes Jug back down the inside. There's contact. Jug just about saving it. As now Agent's being pushed out wide here. It's all a bit of a mess. Dan is up into P3, Mamba's up into P4 as he goes a long way around a Jug. Jug's now down in P5 and Asian's down in P6. A little bit scrappy here. Now Asian trying to go around the outside. Jug's not going to leave him any room though. He's forced onto the grass. Now we're coming around the final corner. The order's certainly changed a little bit since the start of that lap. Now Nixon's trying to get involved as well. Was that someone going wide up ahead? I'm not quite sure. Tool with a very good opportunity on Stab here. Stab's going to try and defend it to the inside line. Tool's just going to position himself for the hairpin. A much better line. Fresher tyres. It's the switchback from Tool. And it's the lead for Tool as he gets the move ahead of Stan. On the fresher tyres, position his car. He got the better exit, and Tool is up into P1. Stab demoted down to P2. We've got 9 laps to go. Are those tyres going to make it to the end for Stab and Jug? Or are they going to need to make another pit stop? Are we going to see it go dry? We saw DMC coming for the dry tyres, so it must have been predicted to go back to dry. Or at least Mark's telling them that it's going to dry. Let's see how correct that man is. Never really know. Goes on the back of Jug. Man goes wide. He's already got a 3-second time penalty. He doesn't want to get another one. He's going to go wide again through the final corner. So surely that should have been a warning. Agent's definitely going to push here. Oh, as Jug defending to the right, he's now going to come back to the left. Agent surely he's going to get a better run here. He's going to push out of the corner. Both of these drivers using a lot of ERS here. They try and fight for the position. Asian, he's going to send it down the inside. Is Jug going to see it coming? The side-by-side Jug's forced off track. And Asian is up into P5. Nexton might sense an opportunity here. No, he's not quite close enough. But Asian up into P5. Jug down to P6. Here comes Jug again. That's... No. Jug, what are you doing? And there's contact with his teammate. And now... Invisible as well. Jug retires on track. Asian is right off the track. In the warning, we are going to have another full course safety car. Some of the fighting there, I'm not sure about. It wasn't clean. We'll see what they say about that. I'm sure we'll see in a couple of seconds. Stab still deciding to stay out. He's still confident those tyres can make it to the end. What a stint it would be if you can do that. We are going to see P7, P8 and P9 come to the pits, I assume. That's for wing damage. Tyres though, it will just be another set of inters, I presume, for all these drivers. We saw DMC go for a set of mediums, but it's just going to be intermediate tyres this time around. He's going to beware though. So Invisible's going to be quite far behind. He must have had a 5-second time penalty. Safety car is in at the end of this lap. Tool will have his second restart, I believe. Stuff right behind, but he's on 14 lap older tyres. I mean, even for him to make it to the end, I'll be amazed. It's a very long stint. So we've seen everyone so far has gone before the penultimate corner. So he's not going to follow suit. So he's going to go a different one. He's going to go just before the final corner. Let's have a little bit off guard. Good restart from Tool. Already 9 tenths away. Anyone with a particularly good restart? I don't think so. Possibly with the best restart out of the lot. Maybe Asian, as he's on the back of DMC right away, and he's looking for a move. Over a snap of oversteer though. DMC defend to the inside. Asian on the outside line. He's going to switch it back though. Very good move from Asian. He gets the move from 3-7. He's going to get Fox as well. As he looks to the outside, Fox giving him a little bit of a squeeze, and he's going to go onto the grass there. But now he tries to send it all the way around the outside. In the end, not quite much he can do. DMC's going to try and switch back, but Fox with a mistake. Now Asian is just going to slot him behind Fox. In the end, down in P7, still 2.3 seconds is the gap out in front. Someone stopped. Never mind, change that to 2.5. The tyres really helping him. Asian with a very good exit here. Is he going to look for a move down the inside? He's going to back out of it in the end. Doesn't want to go for down the inside, just backing out of it. Have we got a safety car? Hello. I look away for 1 second and Invisible's out of the race. Is that entry to the pits? That looks like it's entry to the pits. Is anyone going to come to pit box next in the race, I think? Not in a lot of time. I wouldn't think anyone coming to the pits with only 4 laps to go. Wouldn't make any sense at all. Safety car into the pits this lap. Only 3 laps to go. Fox has managed to rejoin, which is good to see. Here's AI trying to overtake on the safety car. Hopefully he doesn't take someone out. Oh, it's going to be his 3rd restart now. Must be getting familiar to these. Where's he going to go? He's gone here. He's gone just on the exit at the corner. He's going to switch it up again. He is going to switch it up again. So, got order the other 2. I thought, why not go out the final corner here? And it's going to be a very good restart. Stubb's going to make a mistake on exit. And Dan is already going to look for a move. Asian getting the move on Fox already. Fox trying to hold it around the outside. Fox with the better exit as well. Good defence from him in the end as Stav and Dan go side by side. DMC spun around on the exit turn 1. Dan down the inside. He's up into P2. Stav maybe will be able to fight it back. But on those tyres, there's just no chance of him being able to do it as there's contact. And Fox is around in the wall. Contact with Asian. Fox spins around, loses his wing. And that could be down to possibly P8 as DMC. Will be right behind him with a front wing as well. Once again. Involved in an incident. Didn't quite catch what happened on that one. Seems to be on exit. Right on the back. Got an exit through here. He's got a good exit. Is he going to go for the move? No, he's not. He is just going to back out in the end. As Fox is just going to let DMC go. Fair driving in the end. Doesn't want to cause an incident. He's just going to lose the position anyway. Two Aston Martins, P3 and P4. Mamba though, with a 3-second time penalty. So is Stav going to let his teammate go through here with the penalty? I think he is. Just lifting off a slight, but doesn't want to lift up too much. Otherwise Nexon's going to be right there. Asian down the inside. And he's going to get 2 in 1 as well. Down the inside of Nexton. Got the opportunity on Stav. He's going to get 3 in 1 here. It's on the inside line. He's going to try and get the move on Mamba. Mamba's going to try and defend it on the outside. Let's go side by side. Asian. What a sequence of moves. Down in P6. Straight back up into P3. And he's now going to try and give charge. Charge after the 2 ahead of him possibly. Only a lap to go though. It's going to be a tall order for him to do it. 2 seconds is the gap to Dan. That's the next one right on the back of Stav. Stav, what a stint on those tyres. Unfortunately, it's not quite worked out for him as he would have liked. It looks like he's just going to drop down to P6. Taking Nexton, closing up his Bernie's ERS. He's used a lot of it though. Stav defending on the centre. Nexton's going to try and hold it around the outside, and surely with the grip difference, there you go. Nexton's going to move up into P5. Stav, unfortunately, very good driving from him today. It looks as if it's only going to be P6, maybe P5 if Mamba makes a small mistake with that time penalty. I'm just going to check that it is only 3 seconds. But Tool, he got pole position, possibly made the wrong strategy call early on, got him a lot of positions, but from then, his driving has been amazing. He came in for a second stop on the intermediates, and it's just been domination from then, to be honest. Tool is going to cross the line, he wins round number 4, Austria. Dan will take P2, Agin in the end will take P3, Mamba cross the line in P4, but he's going to lose that position. Nexton will take P4. Mamba P5. Stav in the end only 63 thousandths off the back of his teammate. He'll take P6. DMC will take P7. And Fox will take P8. So Tool, the full 26 points as well. That's going to bump him up right to 52 points. I don't think it'll be quite close enough to take the lead. I think Asian will still have the benefit with that 3rd place. Wait for Fox to come across the line. Unfortunate race for him in the end, with that collision right at the end. So Tool, pole position, fastest lap, and the win. In the end, a dominant day for him. Dan will take P2, from P2 on the grid as well. Top 2 staying the same. Asian will take P3 and we'll round out the podium. Next on P4, Black Mamba in P5, Stav P6, DMC in P7, Fox P8, Invisible P9, Jug P10, Dinks P11, Rancy P12, and Tinker P13. The bottom 5 there, all DNFing from the race. They have Austria Spa next week, in a week's time, so we will see you there. Thank you for watching.